Good evening, this is Guido72 with 3 Point Park, and I'm back trying to get some videos out here. Got issues with all the recording stuff that's available to me right now. I actually use AirShoe, which is pretty popular, pretty common, but it goes in and out all the time until they, they're talking about bringing it back. But anywho, that's what they call that horse of another color. But anywho, just to keep you updated, just to get you caught up to date, CWL is back in effect. We're back in season 2, and we're not doing too well right now. We actually lost our first 2. Yeah, let me just go back and double check that. Warlock. Yeah, we're not doing too well right now. We lost our first 2. The first was against We Are Spartans. We lost that by 1. And our second one was against Dark Looters X, and we lost that by 2. Like I said, it hasn't been feeling too well either. Losing. It's not fun losing, especially when we were on such a high for season 1. But it's all good. We're regrouping, gonna get things back together. Everybody's gonna start executing a lot better, and we're gonna be able to keep up with this good competition that's actually in the Premier League. Yeah, people were looking down on the Premier League, and I'm just gonna say it's pretty good in my opinion. But anywho, against this War versus Quixotic squad, yeah, we got spanked. Our 10s, our 11s, I'm included. I had 2 donuts. It just sucked. But I am gonna highlight an 11v11 by Shen. Great attack by Shen. Let me get this volume down. I don't like that when it happens. And then a couple of Town Hall 9 attacks as well. So let's just get straight up into it. Shen is going to take advantage of this exposed queen right here. This queen, because she's up against the wall here. I mean, this was also, let me just keep in mind, this isn't even though Quixotic is in CWL, this isn't a CWL matchup. This was a random matchup after War, which tends to happen a lot. Right after CWL and everyone does their regular farm searches, guess what? We typically find other CWL matchups for, casual farm wars. But anywho, back into this one. Shen is taking advantage of the queen being exposed. And what I mean by that is where she's at on the wall right now means she can hop between walls. So when she's aggroed, if you look at her area right now, if you were scouting this and you look at her area that she can be aggroed from, once you cross that area, she's going to hop that wall to get close to you. So he basically comes in with a naked king and queen swap, basically. He's going to, walk up this way, and once the king starts aggroing, the queen comes in, and, they take care of each other. And then he's basically going to come in from south to north with La Lune. Now, typically, or in, the most recent past, we've been using a lot of haste. Some people even use clone spells. 11s can be 3-starred because typically a lot of the bases are what they call asymmetrical, meaning what you see on the left side is matching what's happening on the right side, and that's easy or much easier for La Luning, because you know where your balloons are going to path. You can distribute them evenly, or you can spam them evenly, and typically get a good flow of funnel and flow through the base. And that's how this particular base is set up right now. I'm pretty sure this is not one of their war bases. They just they were doing farming, so let's just not put out any really good bases. So anywho, he's going to come in, do a queen swap, and then La Lune from south to north. So the queen is starting to take out a couple buildings to make sure that the king doesn't walk too far. And so while the king is now going to be engaging with a king-on-king action, no homo, pause, the queen takes out a few more structures and then works her way in towards the enemy queen. The king swapped was great, and now he's going to come in, pop the ability, take out that air defense there, and step up and get the enemy archer queen. So that's good. That portion's done. Didn't pull any CC in the process. Notice where the CC line was at. There was air troops in there, so it was perfect for a Laloon. And he comes in with haste. He hastes the sides just to make sure that the funnel sides get up ahead of the core pushing side. The balloons that are coming up the gut, he wanted them to, push out a little further to make sure that those balloons that are coming up the gut stay up the gut. He brought a freeze for the Inferno and a heal, and that heal helps. Caught this, I typically use a lot of haste, just haste. I try to get through the base as fast as I can, but maybe heals are the way to go. Popping a heal keeps those balloons alive for those extra defenses that you face at Town Hall 11. Typically dipping on against Town Hall 10s, you don't have the Eagle first off to contend with, and you don't have the extra Expo, Wizard Towers, Archer Towers to contend with either. So you typically still will have a lot of balloons still left up, but against Town Hall 11, you're going to have far more structures. So perhaps bringing that heal is the way to go. Get your balloons healed up halfway. Go back to using freeze instead of popping that what's that one that I'm addicted to? Clone, the clone spell. Yeah, swap out that clone spell for a freeze and a heal. On top of your warden ability, gives you an extra heal. Basically, your invincibility gives you a basic heal. So, yeah, that might be the way to go. But anywho, I'm talking a lot because, hey, I haven't been on here in a while. Great job, Shen. The next one was an early hit by Dan. Dan actually got a 6-pack on his. I'm just going to show one of them, though. Dan hit early. Just came out the gate blazing. Looked good, from his standpoint. But like I said, we just weren't. We didn't bring it. We weren't into it. It's tough if doing farm wars that are basically CWL wars back to back to back to back. You want those CWL wars on the weekend and farm wars on the weekday, but the weekday matchups tend to be CWL opponents, and it's no relaxation about it. But anywho, I'm whining. So Dan comes in with a nice queen walk here. He's going to step up and take out a couple of those air defenses that are easily exposed on the edges there. Drops a loon just to take out that cannon and keep the funnel going also. Draws the CC, drops poison for the wizard and the little wizard, and I forget what else was in the CC, but slowed him down enough for the queen to step up and take out that baby dragon. And then in comes the Valkyrie and wall breakers. That's to keep the queen stepping up further. Now, he's coming in against the sweepers, which is a little bit annoying and a problem here. So he hastens to try to quickly fight through that sweeper. His balloons are going to finally come in behind that one air sweeper and take it out so it doesn't keep blowing away his balloons and hound. Drops a heal. Heals are good at Town Hall 9 as well when you're facing clumps of wizard towers or clumps of Teslas, a Tesla farm or a wizard tower farm. Heals are pretty good. Again, we like to use haste all the time, but heals might be the way to go, especially if you place them strategically. Look how his balloons are being annoyed by those skeletons right now. He still has a hound that hasn't popped, but he's got tons of balloons left because he healed halfway through this raid. He's got tons of balloons left for the cleanup. He did have one hound pop that's helping with the cleanup. Queen is still alive in the core and dropped an extra, brought in a hog, just in case he wasn't able to get the lure. Initially by the queen stepping up, he brought the hog for that and turned into a hog cleanup. Great job, Dan. The next one I want to show was by Nate. Let me see which one. Where'd Nate go? Where'd Nate go? Nate had a nice attack. Yeah, Reaper's back. Let me just pull it up through there. There we go. Yeah, Nate, I want to, mix it up. I don't like to show the same thing over and over. Nate came in with a hog attack. Hogs are still viable. Here we go. 39 versus a 38. There you go. So notice, like, on this particular base, not too many spots. I mean, we used to worry about giant bombs, but, with the nerf of the bombs, hogs can pretty much roam free for the most part. Traps, the spring traps still take your hogs out. But, so bases aren't being built so much with a lot of bombs. Typically the bombs are, a lot of people are sticking them on the outside, trying to deter your entries. But on this particular base, not too many spots for double giant bombs if there were going to be any, and this would be an obvious location next to the 2 expos. Wizard Towers, the heaviest defense, so he knows he's going to heal there. Other than that, yeah, everything's clumped up. The hogs are just going to run through this base. He brought 2 heals, a jump, and a rage. Couple poisons for the enemy CC. He's going to come in with 2 golems. First, he's dropped a hog. He was trying to use that hog to take out that cannon there, so that his wizards can clean up all that trash. Because notice, once that cannon is gone, there's nothing that's too much in range for his wizards. His wizards can take out nice all these trash buildings right here uncontested. It's all about scouting. So anywho, he's coming up top. He has a baby dragon up top. And a couple wizards, and they're going to start the funnel up top. So here comes his first golem and his queen and bowlers. Notice now, because of those wizards clearing all that out on the side, the cannon being gone, the golem is not going to walk. Had he not taken that cannon out, dropping his golem here, there would have been no walls for that mortar, so the golem would have walked on him. So he made sure he took care of that before he dropped his golem. Jumps down, golem's going in, so is the bowlers. Gonna drop the rage. In comes the king. Out comes the CC, double poisons. Gonna quickly take care of them. Rage is up, queen steps up, takes out the baby dragon. And the bowlers under rage with the king is gonna raise havoc in the core real quick. Well, actually, they died pretty damn fast. So now in comes his hogs to support his heroes that are in the core while they're taking all the heavy attention there. Gonna come in and support with the hogs. That keeps keeps everything from also wandering. He has 2 heals, yet to use a heal. Gonna use them now. There we go. Over those archer towers. Like I said, see how bombs are now being placed more towards the outside instead of the inside of the base? And that one obvious spot that I thought would have been bombs wasn't bombs. Yeah, bombs are being placed single now, no double giant bombs. And just like that, it's over. So, let's speed this up. Again, sorry for being gone for a while, not putting out too many videos. I got recording issues right now that I'm working on, and trust me, I'm working on it. I'm going to be up. I'm going to be more consistent with my videos in the future once I get my little problem fixed. And hopefully better videos, Get that little face cam stuff going on the side there, Make it look more pro. Catch up with you youngins. Anywho. Again, tough war for us, tough farm wars. But you know, we're gonna work it out. 3-Point Park hasn't gone anywhere. We're not done. We're not done. Oh, also, in case you didn't know, we are part of the Immortal War Clan family. The Immortal War family. Did I say that right? There we go. IWF, Immortal War family. There we go. Yeah, those are the big boys. You know, and we're part of the family now, which is awesome. You know, so hopefully we're gonna learn a lot from them as well. And until next time, Guido 72, 3-Point Park, out.